Welcome to Shark Week on Bloodbath and Beyond. Today we review Three-Headed Shark Attack. More heads, more deads.
Directed by Christopher Ray, starring Karrueche Tran, Rob Van Dam, and Danny Trejo. Three-Headed Shark Attack is about a shark with 3 heads who's hungry for human flesh and garbage. What do we like about this movie?
For this being an asylum movie, the CG was actually pretty good. The shark looked cool, it was designed well, and it looked as realistic as it's gonna look.
Yeah, like, we're not gonna say it looked realistic, but I mean, they accomplished a lot with it for what was relatively, like, low budget for CG kind of work.
I was impressed with the details they had on the Three-Headed Shark Attack because there's moments where you're seeing him swim across the camera and like you're seeing textures on the skin. So I was impressed with that aspect of the shark.
Now, a lot of times you just see red dye in water, but we've seen some cuts, some people ripped apart. There was a scientist with the eye damage, so at least they made an effort to put actual blood and deaths into the movie.
Between the blood and the three-headed shark, there was other things to look at in this film that were very nice, and they were the bodacious babes. 2 in particular were my favorite, Jenna Sims, who plays the Doctor, and Brianna Ferris, who plays Rosemarie. I enjoyed their screen time.
The production value of this movie was pretty high. We had yachts, we had multiple locations, we had an underwater marine biologist facility with a lab that looked pretty convincing.
And it was nice having a Danny Trejo and Rob Van Dam cameo in this. They didn't have the most dominant role in the film, which is disappointing, but it's nice seeing them in the movie.
What didn't we like about this movie, guys? This was a dumb movie. When you're supposed to be chased by a shark and you can see islands half a mile away from you on either side, you really aren't afraid of a shark.
And they didn't acknowledge that they were surrounded by land.
Should be 10, 15 miles out.
Do you think we'll be safe there?
I think it's the only land we can reach.
You can literally see a fucking like pier and it looks like an amusement park right beside them.
The character decisions were dumb.
It was a full circle effect.
The characters drive a boat to an island, get off their boat, look for another boat, they drive that boat to another boat, get on that boat, even though like a lot of these boats are in perfect working condition. And for some reason they continue to just like jump on new boats and just double back on themselves and drive back to the beginning.
Essentially, this shark likes pollution or garbage. So if it senses pollution, if you can, it will go there and eat it. It ends up at the huge garbage island. They all run away, and then they realize that the solution is to bring him back to the garbage island so he'll eat himself to death, which would have happened in the first 5 minutes if that was indeed the solution.
Like, why would he even leave the garbage island?
You're right, that sounds like the optimal place for a garbage-loving shark.
Yeah, and then they led him to the garbage that it swam away from with garbage.
There are many times in this movie where the entire cast has to do something. So it started with people swimming one by one to a boat. Trav called it, he said like, if these guys all swim one by one, forget this movie. And it happened. It happens again. Then they climb down a ladder and we actually have to watch like 8 people climb down a ladder so slowly for 0 reason.
Yeah.
Like there was no threat that they were gonna fall off this ladder because they're all pretty competent people. Well, actually, never mind.
The characters in this film were poorly developed. We build on one character, then they kill him off, so then they reintroduce a new character and build that character only to be killed off. They pretty much divided the story into like 3 separate shorts with new characters, which was stupid.
So the acting in this movie was not believable from a lot of the actors. 2 big examples would be Steve, the control room guy.
That's weird.
What do you have?
Something big right off the shoreline.
And then the boat captain.
You run down and check the engine room, alert the crew. I'm gonna call this in. Yes, sir.
Now the boat captain was a captain in real life, so he may have been given the best performance.
The most authentic, if we will.
But it was boring as shit.
Where are the life rafts?
I'm sorry.
We need to get off this boat. Just tell us where they are.
I'm sorry we don't have any.
Considering that everybody is dying throughout this whole movie and there's the threat of a big 3-headed shark attacking and killing everybody, everyone is very calm.
Look how fast that damn thing is. I don't know if we can outrun it.
There's no enthusiasm in any line in this movie, and it's fucking ridiculous.
Mayday, mayday, mayday.
It's time for our final thoughts and ratings.
What a letdown. All of the characters sucked. Their acting ability is below average. Well, the CG and the shark did look cool. It wasn't menacing enough, or at least the characters didn't appear to be threatened by the shark that often, despite how many people it kills. This movie was just people driving a boat, getting on another boat, and then getting on another boat. I don't recommend it, and I really wish that we saw Danny Trejo do anything other than drive a boat. So I'm gonna give this one three-headed shark sea-doo out of 5.
As I said earlier, this is a dumb movie in its writing, its acting, its story. We had somewhat higher hopes for it because we enjoyed Two-Headed Shark Attack, but I think it's diminishing returns on how much heads you put on a shark. We wanted to enjoy it. We were in a good mood. We wanted to see it. I feel like we're hard on it, but when you have a CG shark and people have to pretend to interact with it and it just feels like they're actually just reacting to nothing, it just wasn't enjoyable. It wasn't a good movie. I'm gonna give this 1 crazy crustaceans out of 5.
Three-Headed Shark Attack really was a letdown, just like Trav and Jay said. They didn't use the shark to its full potential. The story was just a full circle, and we built up so many different protagonists that it's hard to even care about them when they die. Though I did like the scenery, and the shark did look cool, it's not enough to say, go out and watch this film. And with that being said, I'm gonna give this 1 don't mess with machete out of 5.
As always, thank you for watching. Like this video and comment below with your thoughts on Three-Headed Shark Attack. If you want to check it out, there are links in the description where you can find it, but we don't recommend it. You may as well just go watch Two-Headed Shark Attack, a much better film. Yeah, subscribe to the channel to stay updated with everything we do here on Bloodbath and Beyond, and make sure you come back tomorrow for another Shark Week episode.